Eric, you wanted a reaction. Well done. Did you get it?
I think we played very good football, especially first half. It's not easy against this very good Brentford team to create chances. I think we did. We dominated first half especially. Second half it was more battle, but then we saw what I missed on the Sunday, determined passion and desire, and we draw it over the line.
How important was that goal in the first half when you were so on top?
Of course, you have a meaning of the first goal, and it's so important, and your game's getting easier, and so get that first goal. But when you don't score it, and then you have to bounce back.
Marcus Rashford's confidence sky high this season. 28 now. Lovely finish again tonight.
Great finish. Once again, he's on top, and he's in very good form, and so hopefully. He can keep doing that until the end of the season, keeping that focus, keeping that energy levels, and then he will score.
And in that second half, they just had one attempt on target. David De Gea was equal to that. You restricted them well, didn't you?
I think so. But when you need David, he's there. And so small mistake can always happen. But yeah, it's about focus. We want to play as a machine and don't... go into mistakes. So we make one mistake. Luckily, we didn't get benefit from it, but also it was the performance of David De Gea.
3 Premier League games you hadn't won. How important was just winning tonight? I know you wanted the reaction and the performance, but just that win to get you back into the top 4 and get you going again.
Yeah, of course, for the Premier League, massive. This is a massive win, especially over Brentford, because I said before the game I admire them because I think they are in 16 games they only lost 1. You remember me on them, and they play against top teams in the Premier League, and they beat them all, or they get draws, they get results. So it's difficult to play against them and to beat them. We did, so I'm really happy, and I'm really proud of my team today.
And a busy month ahead. Can you gain some momentum now?
Yeah, this will give us energy. So we have to keep this and go to Saturday, another big game.
Well done tonight, Eric.
You're welcome.
You know, we're on that period of the season where every game's important, and you know every point's going to count. So yeah, we're pleased to have won today, and hopefully we can build on that now and start getting back to where we were a couple of weeks ago.
Was it crucial for the players to react after the manner of the performance and the result at Newcastle? As well. Your manager made a statement by playing 10 of the 11 that started that game as well.
I think the important thing is always to just win the next game, and I think everyone's clear on the fact that we're not going to play our best football every week, but there's never a time to drop our standards, and we have to keep trying to push each other every week. So yeah, we're pleased to have won today, and hopefully it can start something now.
What do you think were the most crucial aspects of that performance from your team tonight? What were the qualities you needed to show?
I think it was a bit more patient out of possession. I think we waited for the right conditions to press, rather than pressing every ball or trying to press every ball. I think we was calm, and we kept communicating, trying stopping the supplies to the forward man, and that's where this team's really dangerous, when they bring the 2 front men into play and get runners off them.
Well, he was shifted, of course, in some respects of his positioning in the United team. But, his 28th goal in all competitions. What a season from him.
Fantastic season for him. It's the first summer that he had a break. He had a good break, he had a good rest, with all the injuries and stuff he had before, lack of form, injuries. And, to get that break and to start the season like he has, and to continue doing what he's done is why Man United are probably in a position they're in. Like Al said earlier on, if you stop Marcus Rashford, you're probably going to stop Man United from scoring and doing well. So, his form, long may it continue for him, because it's brilliant for them at the moment.
Yeah, just look at that. Most goals, 28 in all competitions in a season for Manchester United since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. And alongside some huge names there, really.
Well, he's their main man. There's no doubt about it. I mean, teams will, without doubt, go into it thinking if you stop him, which is easier said than done, because of the form that he's in, then you've got a big chance of beating Manchester United. They couldn't tonight. Many teams haven't this season because of... I mean, he looks more confident. He looks bigger, stronger, quicker. Certainly more belief in his game. Whether that's got anything to do with him feeling as if and believing that he's the top man at Manchester United now that Ronaldo's gone. I don't know, you'd have to ask him that, but it certainly feels that way. It certainly feels as if he's enjoying that pressure, if you like, and that demand that he's the man and the main man that has to go out and win the games for Manchester United, and he seems to be really relishing that and enjoying it.
Cute move from Ten Hag with Sabitzer McTominay, right?
Well, yeah, you have to say that Sabitzer came up with the goods today. You know,
With the assist,
we showed the assist, but in certain other areas, he was getting into pockets and making those nice little moves. He was always available. He was making himself available. He got taken off in the end, but I thought he'd done more than enough tonight in that number 10 position.
Do you think we need to be a bit careful getting carried away with United getting back to winning ways with the way Brentford performed overall in the 90?
No, I think it was a case of forget the performance. They had to win the game. They had to get back to winning ways. Winning ways breeds confidence. That's how they started their good run.
Especially when the manager says it's not acceptable.
In the first place. And after a performance like that, and then the manager coming out and one or two of the players coming out after the Newcastle game saying that attitude wasn't acceptable, and it's not. It doesn't matter which football club you're at, let alone one of the biggest in the world, if not the biggest. It was just a matter of coming out and getting that side of it right, and then winning the game. Didn't matter how, then all of a sudden Saturday might be a little bit better. So it was just that they had to win that game tonight.
I think that Brentford didn't read the script properly, because when you've got a manager coming out saying it's not acceptable, and he puts the same players out because then you want the players to react to that, then for me, I'm gonna put as much pressure as I can on those players, quieten the crowd down, make it tight for them. Don't make it as easy as it was for Man United to pass the ball around. Try and get something. See if you can have something on the break, and then bam, switch it around on them. They didn't do anything. It was a very easy game for United tonight for me.
Brentford were better in the second half. Their best chance falling to Kevin Sade.
It's a fantastic chance. I think Ivan Toney done very, very well in the way that he got the ball to him. He kind of like, it was a brilliant flick. Just watch it there. And then once he gets past him, I think that there's the opportunity there to put it down to the goalkeeper's right, really firm, or you could put it through the goalkeeper's legs, but took too long, got too close to the goalkeeper, and that's what goalkeepers want. You see, that's what David De Gea wants. He wants him to come as close as he can so as he could be big. And he was big, made himself big. And before United, by the time Sade looked up there, the goalkeeper was right on him. And, he didn't take his opportunity.
He actually went to dink it, didn't he? He didn't quite catch it. He didn't...
The dink weren't on.
Just one change to the United 11. Eric Ten Hag was after a reaction after the Newcastle defeat. Has he got one in?
Yeah, I think he has, but I think the Brentford have made it very, very easy for them. They've got a lot of time on the ball, Man United, passing it around. In the end, it's quite inevitable that they would score, because Brentford are so deep. Even when they win the ball, they can't really get out, so Man United are keeping them in there, and in the end, they got the goal.
And for hosts, the 5-hour-plus goal drought is finally over, Alan.
Yeah, they deserve it. They've been the better team. They've moved the ball a little bit better. It's really well worked here, because you can see Marcus is clearly in an offside position there. But Sabitzer does really well in terms of his position and him staying onside. And then you can see Marcus actually getting back onside. One, because he's gone that way, and two, because Brentford are having to run back towards their own goal, which then makes sure that he's onside, and it's a clever finish.
Yeah.
But they deserve that. They've been the better team. They've looked sharper. They're the ones that have passed the ball quicker and created chances and certainly looked to score goals. Brentford haven't really got into the game as yet.
Yeah, interesting. Ten Hag's, I suppose, role change. Sabitzer McTominay, giving Sabitzer the more forward-placing midfielder, attacking midfielder. Yeah. It's vindicated because he's provided the assist as well.
Yeah, he has, yeah. Because he's done a couple of things in the first half that you think, you can see he's a little bit further forward than McTominay, but he's done what he needs to do. They get in the box and saw Rashford and set him up really nicely. But he's been coming off in those little pockets, just making that nice little movement. He's done pretty well.
Been involved, hasn't he? He's been. I mean, him and Anthony really been the ones that looking to get on the ball, looking to create and get into good position.
Well, that's where you want him out, in and around there. Like he's in that kind of position. You see him having a look around there, and then bam. That's his awareness of where Rashford is, and he sets him up for the goal. But yeah, he's found those nice little pockets. He's done pretty well in this game.
Yeah, interestingly, with Marcus Rashford scoring his 28th goal for United this season in all competitions, he is now the joint top scorer for Manchester United in the post-Sir Alex Ferguson era. Quite something, that, isn't it?
Yeah, he's having a great season. And I know they've struggled for goals of late, but if there was one person that was going to score, it was always going to be him, wasn't it?
OK, there's another game at half-time. That's in East London. West Ham up against high-flying Newcastle. I tell you what, Newcastle...
تشافي يتوقع حربا في الكلاسيكو. حذر مدرب برشلونة الإسباني تشافي هرنانديز أن غريمه ريال مدريد سيأتي لخوض حرب كروية الأربعاء في ملعب كامب نو خلال إياب نصف نهائي كأس إسبانيا في كرة القدم. ويملك برشلونة أفضلية لفوز ذهابا بهدف وحيد في ملعب سانتياغو برنابيو، كما أنه تغلب على ريال مدريد في آخر 3 مباريات. وقالت تشافي عشية المباراة: فزنا في آخر 3 كلاسيكو لا يعني شيئا، الأربعاء ستكون حربا كروية جديدة. وأضاف: سيأتون للثأر لإيلامنا، لقد خسروا آخر 3 مباريات، أنا متأكد أنهم سيأتون إلى هنا مجروحين. ويغيب عن برشلونة لاعب الوسط بيدري والهولندي فيرنكي دي يونغ والمهاجم الفرنسي عثمان ديمبيلي والمدافع الدنماركي أندرياس كريستينسن. وأردف مدرب السد القطري السابق قائلا: سيأتي مدرب إلى مدريد إلى هنا وهو قادر أن يتغلب عليك بسهولة بمقدوره القيام بذلك أمام أي فريق. وتابع: يملكون خبرة كبيرة، هم معتادون على العودة، لا زلت أعتبرهم مرشحين، لقد كنا الأفضل في الدوري وفي الكأس سوبر خلافا لمباراة الذهاب. ورغم فوز برشلونة ذهابا بهدف عكسي للمدافع البرازيلي إيدر ميليتاو، إلا أن تشكيلة المدرب الإيطالي كارلو أنشيلوتي كانت الأفضل.